Hello, plastic addicts. Welcome back to my Kelvin build. Quick recap on last time. Get this guy shuffled out of the way. Decals instructions. We're going to want to hold on to that. Look at all sorts of parts. But we're focusing on... Whoops. Focusing on the nacelle. And we had clear parts galore. With all this stuff in the way that we don't need. So there was a bit of an issue last time. And that is, when doing the build, I followed the... Come on. I followed the green strawberry instructions a little bit too close to the letter. So if you look at this here, it tells you on kit part 35, this is the nacelle exhaust, to remove all this internal stuff. Which you can't see because can't get my orientation right. Now this guy here, so I took all the material off. What I should have done was actually measured and marked the piece. This little guy here. Holy shit, come on. No, this little guy. I should have measured it against the back. You see, it's way smaller than the piece, and you can actually even see kind of a little bit of where I hogged out the material. So, having done that, follow the instructions of the letter, it doesn't fit. Make sure you test fit this piece and mark it before you cut everything out. Although, it was concave, so I think everything needs to come out anyway. But it is what it is. So, well, yeah, I suppose even still, if you look at this component here, it's telling you to attach it right to the outside of the ring. So yeah, I followed the instructions correctly, and part 14 doesn't fit. Oh yeah, I cut the right one out, part 14. That's exactly what it looks like. Okay, so that is an oversight on their instructions, which it happens. But I had to come up with a solution. And I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do. So I tested something. I used some clear resin to fill the entire opening. So, I got this UV resin from Amazon. I actually have solar res, but in the big container. So I want something I could apply very easily with just a drip or two, and then you can see I've actually been using it quite a bit. And then harden it with the UV light. So what I did was take a piece of tape, like so, put the clear piece on, applied some resin, and then hardened it. Just like that. The drawback, of course, is that then the opening, you get this big old... I only need to cover the center, so I gotta do some light blocking to figure this out, so that we can get this piece in the back and the exhaust port in the front. So this one is okay. Kind of just drops in there. Like so-ish. Like so, and then this little guy goes on the back. So it just gives you a different lighting pattern. So I got to figure that out. It's going to take a little bit of masking. I'm actually considering leaving the brass pieces brass. Haven't decided yet, though. So that's where we're at on the exhaust. So put that aside. And get this out of the way. Then we also did the Bussard collector for the nacelle up front. So this is a multi-piece item. Get a base, a fascia, trim ring, whatever you want to call it. That little guy just ducks in there. And then we have a multi-piece. Come here. Multi-piece protruding Bussard collector. So this is actually a two-piece. I cut it all apart last time. So you got the outer ring and the inner ring. I had to notch all these little wedges out so that it goes in like so. And then you get light shining through. You can kind of see it there. It's a little hard with my hand in the way. And then this cap. So basically, there's an area where there's these little protrusions on the side and a flat spot. So that just drops in like so-ish. This guy goes on. Boom. There's your Bussard collector. It goes on the front. Exhaust on the back, obviously. And there are two clear parts for the nacelle grills, which I already took out. So we'll have illuminated Bussard collector, illuminated exhaust, warp grills, and we'll drill out some holes here for windows, which are kind of, you got some windows on this neck, a bank here, maybe up there. Anyway, that's what that is. And I did not do any light blocking on this, while I was still trying to sort a few things out. Which I really should have done off screen. This might be a very, very short stream tonight. But yeah, so the grills go in like so, and then we get some illumination. So I'm thinking for lighting, oh, that's got to come out. Got to take that out so we can get some more light transmission back there. I might just put a strip LED right here, just enough to illuminate this, because I want to keep the lighting in scale as much as possible, and then probably a yellow LED, probably just a 3mm facing forward to illuminate this assembly when it's on the front. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. As for the rest of the assembly, we're actually going to switch gears and work on the upper hull. Because of work I didn't do ahead of time to be prepared for this. Because I'm all about leaving things to the last minute. I'll put this away. I do, as I said before, have great respect for Green Strawberry. These are really some wonderful parts, and I highly, highly recommend them. Just be aware of this fit issue. But I might be able to work around that too, because there are some pieces I didn't use or aren't going to use for. Okay, so back up a bit. The base photo etch kit comes with photo etch parts for the Bussard collector if you use these kit supplied clear parts, which are meh at best. So I've got all these additional parts. What do we got here? We got 18, 19, 20, 21. I don't know if 9 gets used anywhere. Yes, that is actually for the deflector assembly. 9, 10, and 8 we keep, so 9. 10 and 8. So I got these pieces to draw from. I might be able to use something to cover up. Oh, good. Where now I've already misplaced it. Well, that would be about right. Maybe to cover up that ring. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. So yeah. So we're going to kind of put the nacelle aside for now and move on to looking at the secondary hull, upper hull, engineering hull, whatever you want to call it. The one that's got the deflector dish. And let's look at how that goes together. Oh, and it looks like I lost a camera. And we're back. Go figure. Anyone who's interested, I'm actually using iPhones for this whole setup, and let's see if that comes back. I think we're still doing okay here. Sorry for the silence. So yeah, I'm using iPhones. I got an iPhone 8 over here, which is connected through the OBS app, and an iPhone 10 Pro, 10 Pro Max, whatever it is, right here. And this is run on Epoch Cam, I think, all through OBS, because you can't use the same app on each phone. It'll only send one signal. So that was a little bit of problem solving. Audio is coming from a Scarlett 2i2 interface, and the boom mic, the Rode NTG2 that I got for filmmaking. And is actually, from what professional sound guy Stephen Lorne tells me, it is an excellent voiceover mic. Voiceover mic. So it has been repurposed for this. Okay, so we got those pieces. We want this guy. Yeah, there's a bunch of little bits and pieces that go into this. So yeah, we need 2 sets of instructions here. So we have, excuse me, the green strawberry set and the OEM set. Because some pieces we're going to be keeping, like, looks like part 35 stays, or part 32, excuse me, stays. So this is the base for the main deflector that the dish gets attached to, which I feel like has its own piece. Bear with me, I'm going to take these other pieces off just before I make this sprue go bye-bye. Move that over. Yes, I did. I haven't got the using iPhone as a webcam, because the instruction for using it with this didn't work. There's supposed to be a setting that doesn't exist, and even though this 10 is up to date with the most recent iOS, the setting wasn't there, so I got to do some research into that. Because if I can run it through Mac OS, it should just work better, and cleanly, and efficiently, and problem-free. Anyway, we're gonna come back to the shuttle bay in a bit. I don't think I'm gonna build the whole shuttle bay. I think I'm just gonna use the door. But we're gonna look at this right here. So, engineering hull, 2 pieces, deflector base. This is actually a little guy that goes in the back. We're going to look at that after. So, 3 pieces, but then we need to look at this here. So there's no instruction on here to remove any material. So it looks like this is just going to go over this. So this is designed to, I don't say, this is actually, don't do it, holy shit. This is designed so you don't have to do any paint masking. You can just put this piece right over and you're good to go. And make sure you get a nice sharp brand new hobby knife, because it will cut through these little attachment points quite easily. So there's the first piece. That is going to go with the deflector base, pretty much like that. Great little piece. And like I said, I might leave some of these in their brass state just because of the use of copper on a lot of Starship paint schemes, especially for deflector and warp grill, etc., etc. And then we got this guy. So I have the main deflector, and it's got a 2-piece assembly, outer ring and inner ring, which is 9 and 10. Part 9. And part 10. Now, I imagine 10 is going to be a bit difficult because this is a flat piece for a concave deflector dish. So you give that a big old maybe. But what it means is I can take the take those pieces off. So I can basically put a blue LED in here behind this, and it should illuminate the plastic. It's a little hard to tell with this, but yeah, if you look at it from the edge, you can see how it lights it up. So I think we're going to be okay. It'll either work or it won't, and that's kind of the prevailing feeling on model making. Try it; it'll either work or it won't. And if not, try something else. So this guy goes like this. Okay, I see. Yep. That'll be fine. So basically the outer ring, just we'll glue it onto the edge, and then we can push these little fingers down, and just like that, just try to line up with the molded detail. I haven't quite figured out the gluing process yet, because I can't use crazy glue on this, because it will turn the plastic white, and we want to keep that clear. So I got to figure that out, and I also got to take a couple burrs and just, maybe barely see them. They're so small, like right here, but I can do that fairly easily. So yeah, 2-piece deflector. Well, that's it. It's really great. The brass is so good at enhancing enhancing look and feel of these things. It's pretty wonderful. So there's that. Shuttle bay, what are we looking at? 2 pieces, maybe. I gotta figure that out because it's, you got a base that basically covers the seam, a hoop fascia, and then the doors. Yeah, and of course they mark in red everything that needs to come off. So we're gonna check that out. It's actually a pretty straightforward build. Yeah, 1/1000 scale is way too small to bother with the shuttle bay interior, so we're going to skip that and kind of just use the pieces to get the desired result. So let's see what we got here. Okay, yeah. So it has open doors, closed doors. This is the one we want right here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off now. And the shuttle bay floor, or I guess the landing lip floor. There's that, and we're looking for part 32 right here. Here's some of the pieces we want to use. So we got that guy there, that guy there. And just kind of let me get my head around this here. Looks like I have to add a fiber optic there. Oh, I always hate when there's something like that on the seam. It's just a bit of a pain to deal with. Oh, and there is also going to be photo etch for the airlock doors. Okay. So this needs to come out. I wonder. Okay, so there's already detail in here on either side. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there's already detail in there. So I don't know if I'm going to use the photo etch. The question then becomes, does the door fit, and what do I have to do to make it fit? I think there's a bit of a curve to it. And this is going to take a little bit of work to figure out. Because what we want to do is also go in there, but also sit flat. Yeah, it'll take a little bit of figuring to get this right. There's not many people online talking about it, though. There's not a lot of people. Or I should say, if anyone's built this model, they're not talking about it. Interstellar Modeler is. Lou Dalmaso over at Aztec Dummy, because he made paint masks for it. A couple other builds, but not a lot. Not a lot of detail, not a lot of conversation on it. So, yeah, we're going to fool with that a little bit. But basically, we want to get it like this, but also make sure it doesn't have this wicked gap down there. And as for, yeah, lighting, so yeah, airlock, airlock, photo etch, photo etch, photo etch. We got a series of windows. Yeah, there, and there. Lighting this is going to be not super hard. I had to follow one guy who used fiber optics for all the lighting. I'm not going to do that. I'm simply drilling the holes, and we'll let the decal film that goes over it kind of catch the light. So they'll be pretty dim, I imagine. But I said this guy is tiny. Okay. Put a few things away so we can come back to them. Because really, it's going to come down to a lot of light blocking. Hatches, hatches. We can put some detail on. Another thing is not until it's closed up. Okay. That's disappointing. I really should have. It was a busy week at work. I really should have done some prep because we could have gone to the electronics on this tonight, but I didn't. So I need to make sure all the light blocking is done first, so we can go ahead and do the electronics install and kind of put it together. And because otherwise, you watch, I'll spray it and then that's it. Oh, there goes the camera again. So Epoch keeps dropping out on me. So this may be a short stream anyway. Yeah, just a quick stream tonight for all Aaron that watched. Which is fine. I'm still going to turn this into a YouTube video. It did lay a lot of groundwork because... Yeah, you're just looking at me now. So, figured out things for this, for the secondary hull. Or, holy shit. For the nacelle. It's because they both look the fucking same. Secondary hull, got things figured out. It needs to be light blocked so that we can put the electronics in. And then, secondary hull, engineering hull, got to figure out that shuttle bay door, but otherwise, the deflector assembly is going to be pretty straightforward. I just let drilling and window. Oh, my brain is not working. So maybe it's a good thing this thing is kind of not working out. Anyway, not bad things. The biggest thing was figuring this out. You can kind of see that's okay. So yeah, I think we're going to call this until I can get this sorted out. Because yeah, if I can get this one up here off Epoch coming onto OS connection, it'll be much more stable, I suspect. So, thanks for watching, everyone. I still don't have a sign off, so I guess I will see y'all next time. And don't forget, you can follow me on all the socials: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, not so much, YouTube at Jason's Model Shop. So, keep on building, enjoy building. I'm still riffing with this until I get something figured out. So this is me signing off. Bye-bye.